Can everybody see the slides, the slideshow?
Yes.
Yes? Okay, perfect.
Yes.
All right, so thank you all for coming to our Meet Your Major event for our Department of Computing Sciences. So a bit of background on our department. We've been around for quite some time, so we're kind of old. So we started our undergraduate program since 1974. So it's been over 40 plus years that we've been offering this program. And it's been primarily undergraduate, at the undergraduate level. We don't have a graduate program at this time. And so all of our faculty members, both full-time and part-time, we're completely and fully committed to providing quality undergraduate programs. The number of majors, our enrollment does vary from semester to semester, but we average between 230 to 270 majors. And we have a mix of part-time and full-time students, and we graduate around 50 students per year. So we're a relatively small to mid-sized student body here. In terms of our programs that we offer, we have two majors, our Computer Information Systems major, CIS major, and then we have our Computer Science major. So within our Computer Science major, we have two specific tracks, the Advanced Computing track, and then we have our Software Development track. Okay, and I'll talk a bit about each of these as we go along. In addition to our majors, we also offer minors in both of these programs. So you can get a minor in CIS or a minor in CSE. And we really encourage that. So if you're a computer science major and you'd like to get exposure to the IS side of things, but you don't have the ability or you don't want to pursue a full-blown double major, you could get exposure to those topics by taking a minor, right? So if you're a CSE major, you could take a CIS minor or vice versa. So that way you get exposure to both flavors of IT. So many students typically ask, what's the difference, right? So both of these programs, the CIS and the computer science, are housed in the one department, right? What's the basic difference between the two? So this is how we typically distinguish it. So for IS, it's mainly, as you see highlighted on the slide, it's the use of IT in businesses, right? So whether it's a commercial business, whether it's hospitals, clinics, healthcare industry, it's basically how do we use these technologies to improve the way in which these businesses operate, right? So get them to be more effective and more efficient, right? Focuses on use. As opposed to computer science, the focus is on development, right? So being able to create new software programs, being able to write efficient algorithms and create very efficient pieces of code. So the main difference here is 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 more on the application side and CS is more on the creation of new software. So I'm just going to pause here for a second and check in with Colin and An. Do you guys see the difference between the two? And even to our members of our BWIT club. I know this is a very common question when we talk about these programs. Yeah.
I think that I'm good.
Okay.
To differentiate them.
Okay. So our curriculum, we've been around for quite some time, and we do make changes to our curriculum. And these changes are based on a number of different things, right? We try to stay updated and current and provide very rigorous programs. So we have student learning outcomes and program objectives that we strive to achieve. We also look at what are the current trends in the discipline, right? What are some of the hot topics and areas of interest? So we try to incorporate that into the types of courses that we offer and the theoretical concepts that we teach. We also get regular feedback from you guys, right? From students. especially students that when they leave our programs, we carry out exit interviews and about your experience, what types of courses were beneficial, what we can do better. So we're constantly getting feedback from all of you. We get feedback from our alumni, right? We have a very engaged alumni body, which I'll talk about in the next few slides. We also have an external advisory board. And so the purpose of this external advisory board is to give us information in terms of what's happening in the IT industry, right? What sorts of skills are employers looking for? And how can we integrate that so our students get exposed to some of those concepts? And one of the things that we try to let our students know is that we're not going to be able to teach you all the different types of programming languages out there, right? We're not going to be able to teach you all of the tools that are out there, right? But what we are going to teach you is the ability to learn those tools, the ability to learn those different languages. So for example, we're training you in Java, right? Java is a high-level language. It's an object-oriented high-level language. Once you learn Java and you start to learn the ways in which computational algorithms are created and a whole new way of thinking, you can then apply these skills in learning other high-level languages, such as C++, right? So it's going to be easy for you to pick up those languages. And so that's an expectation or something that I really want to emphasize, that you shouldn't expect to learn all different types of languages while you're here, but you should be able to pick up those languages relatively easily, right? Because we're teaching you how to think, we're teaching you how to learn. So I want to kind of run through a bit of information for each of our programs. The first one is our CIS program, all right? And our CIS program is an accredited program. We're accredited by ABET, which stands for Accreditation Board for Engineering and Technology Programs. So this is an international agency that accredits computing, science, and engineering programs worldwide, right? It's an international agency. So they have certain conditions, certain criteria, and programs that they accredit have to abide by and follow that criteria. So there is a certain level of oversight, and that ensures that we are providing very high quality, rigorous program. We're extremely proud, and I'm extremely proud to share this with all of you this evening, that our CIS major is the only ABET accredited major in the entire state of New York. Right? And so that's a big achievement, and we hope to maintain this accreditation going forward. So for those of you that are majoring in CIS, you're part of a very rigorous and very high quality program. Our CIS, for those of you majoring in CIS or looking to major in CIS, we have certain requirements that need to be met. Really quickly, 49 credits of CS and IS courses. You're going to need 7 credits of math. And then because this is all about an application area, being able to use IS, we require our students to take an IS environment courses, all right? And we offer 2 environments. One is your business environment and the other one is healthcare. So these 15 credits would either be a set of business courses or a set of healthcare courses. And that'll teach you the specific context, right, where you can apply these tools and technologies. And then you have to take 49 credits of gen ed and other free electives. Okay? So if you have an interest in applied computing, right, in learning how to apply it to businesses, CIS would be the ideal major for you. We have a bunch of foundational courses and a number of advanced courses. I really don't want to go through this list. They're all on our website. But any questions with respect to our IS programs so far that I could help clarify? Mr. Rogers is here as well. He can also help answer questions. All right. So where or what types of jobs do our IS graduates pursue after they leave here? Okay, a number of different job titles our recent grads have had and currently hold: IT specialist, systems analyst, project manager, web designer, programmer, network admin, database admin, computer security specialist. So this is obviously not an exhaustive list. It's just a very, very small sampling of the titles that you could potentially hold. Various companies that our recent graduates are working at: Amazon, Excelis, Heartland School Solutions, Paychex, which is a major employer of our grads, U of R, Wegmans, Yahoo. Once again, a very, very small sampling. Okay. Many of our students also go on to grad school: Drexel, RIT, Syracuse, UB, various other local and other colleges around the country. Okay. And so we teach, through our CIS program, we teach our graduates to be able to grow and to be able to change with technology and be able to pick up new skills, right, and expand their skills. So we give you the basics and we position you to be able to expand and grow. All right, so that was just a little bit about our CIS major, and then let's move on to CS. And first I want to talk a bit about our AC track, Advanced Computing. And our Advanced Computing track is also accredited by ABET. Okay, and if you're curious, you can Google up abet.org or just navigate to abet.org and you'll see a whole lot of information about that organization and the quality standards that we have to abide by. Once again, we are a point of distinction here. We're only one of 4 SUNY institutions that have a computer science program that's accredited, and one of only 11 institutions in the entire state of New York. Right. So once again, those of you that are pursuing a computer science AC track, you are part of a very rigorous program. Here are the requirements for the AC track: 48 credits of CS courses, 15 credits of math. You do have to take some science courses, 8 credits worth, and then 49 credits of gen ed courses as well. So if you're strong in math and science and enjoy those sorts of things, then AC track is definitely the right choice for you. We also have a second track, the SD track, and although we haven't pursued the accreditation for the SD track, this is also a very rigorous program. We follow the National Model Curricular in Computer Science, and so this is something that is in line with what's happening in other colleges around the nation. And the requirements are very, very similar to the AC track. Once again, same 48 credits of computer science. A little less math here. We have 11 credits of math and 61 credits of gen ed. So many of you might notice that the main distinction between AC and SD is that you don't have the science requirements here, and one less course of math. That's essentially the main difference. So this is typically ideal for transfer students that might not have the necessary math and science preparation, or if you're looking to be a double major with interest in software development, this might also be a good choice for you. Okay, but whether you're CIS or AC or SD, you are part of a very high quality, rigorous program. Just a list of foundational and advanced courses that I don't want to go through. All of these are listed with the detailed course descriptions on our website. Some job titles: software engineer, software quality assurance engineer, database admins, computer security specialist, web designers, programmers. It's all across the board. And our graduates are working at very, very cool places: Amazon, dunnhumby, Google, IBM, Lockheed Martin, Paychex, U of R, Wegmans. So they're everywhere. All right. So once you graduate from our program, we position you for success, right? If you're willing to put in the hard work, you will be successful. They've also gone on to grad school, so Cornell, MIT, Purdue, Chapel Hill, University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill, University of Texas, all of those great places. So just a small sampling there. And once again, we position you for success. That's our goal. Okay. Any comments, questions that I could help answer at this point? Okay. So if you're in your first year, right, and you don't quite know, you know you want to do something related to computers, right, but you don't really know whether you want to head into IS, information systems, or CS, or even within computer science, whether you want to pursue advanced computing or software development, that's okay. If you're confused and you're still thinking about things, that's all right, because a lot of the introductory courses are common to both majors, all right? You still all have to take the same programming courses. So you can wait until the sophomore year to choose a specific track within the computer science program, or if you're CS and you want to switch to CIS, you can do that, or vice versa. That's right, Dan? That's correct, right?
Yeah, that's pretty much correct. That you're going to have to take 120, 203, 205, no matter what, Unix tools. So taking those in the first, your first few semesters, and then making up your mind is common.
Good. So if you're confused in the first year, that's okay. You can decide once you get to your second year. You're not going to be losing out on anything. Another good option for everyone is to think about getting a minor. Okay. So if you're a computer science major, you could pursue a CIS minor or vice versa. And for either of those, you're going to need 9 credits of prereqs beyond college algebra, and then 18 credits to complete the minor, right? For CIS, that would be 8 credits of required courses and 10 credits of elective courses. And for CS, it would be 9 credits of required courses and 9 credits of elective courses, right? The specific listing of courses for each of the minors are once again on our website. And I strongly encourage you, if you can't double major or if you would like to get exposure to the other flavor of computer science, then definitely pursue a minor. All right, so next I want to showcase a little video that was created by the wonderful ladies of our Brockport Women in Technology Club. And they are here with me this evening co-hosting this event. And so they created this little video to showcase our departmental spaces. I know that during this pandemic, many of you haven't been able to physically visit our areas. And so hopefully through this video, you'll get some sense of what they look like. So that was a wonderful little video that our BWIT Club created for us to showcase our departmental spaces. And I'm going to pause here for a bit and hand it off to the BWIT Club ladies, if they would like to talk a little bit about what they're doing and what the purpose of the club is and when they meet and some fun initiatives that they're thinking about and working on, that would be wonderful. So I'm gonna leave the floor, give the floor to the ladies.
All right. I don't know if anyone else is gonna want to step into this, but basically we promote getting the field to a place where it's more equal, because clearly there are less women than men in the computer science field, and computer science, mathematics, technology in general, and we want to diversify it further. And we do this by doing our own projects and doing outreach into the community, which we can't do a ton of right now with COVID, clearly. Right now, we have a website that we just set up, and we're each contributing to it little by little. We're going to be releasing articles and videos that are tutorial-like formats that will basically be putting information out there to educate others. And then we also just worked on that video, and we are planning on possibly doing some work with a local Girl Scouts troop. So that's something that we're looking into also. And we'd like to do things that are basically in the community and whatever to promote women in technology and make it seem like a lot more friendly of a place. And that's my summary. I don't know if there's anything any of the other members want to add.
Any of the other members are welcome to jump in.
That was good, I think.
It's good.
That's our president, guys. So everything she said was A1.
Do each one of you just want to introduce yourselves and within the club?
Yeah, sure. I'm Jill. I'm the secretary of the club, and I'm a computer science major and math major.
I'm Rhonda. I'm the vice president of the club. I'm a computer science major and a minor in mathematics.
I'm Stacy. I am the treasurer of the club. I'm a statistics and software development major. And also one thing, we also have game night as a bonding moment. So we're playing Among Us at some point.
Nice.
Yes, we try to find a time to play games together and I don't know, be friends.
I'm Misbah. I'm the social media representative, and I'm a computer science major.
And I believe the club meets every Wednesday at this time.
Yes, we do.
So Emma, you mentioned a website. Is that part of the My Brockport?
It isn't yet. I'm about to link it to the My Brockport probably, but I started a Google site so we could all collaborate, because Google Sites allows you to invite people to collaborate. And I figured, long after I'm gone, we can just keep passing on permissions for years to come. So I figured that was the most efficient way of having a website for the club.
Right.
And
No, that's great. And you guys are on social media too, correct?
Yep. We have a Facebook page.
Okay. Wonderful. So definitely reach out to the BWIT Club. They're doing fun and interesting things. We are kind of limited because of the pandemic, but despite that, we're trying to create some fun events and keep everybody engaged. So thank you, ladies.
Yeah, we love doing it.
Okay, good. So talking about being and staying engaged, the department has a number of initiatives. We have a co-op program. It's not required, but we strongly encourage our students to pursue internships. So as and when we hear of companies that are offering internships, we send out emails and we post them on Blackboard. You can, if you're doing an internship during the academic year, whether it's fall or spring, you can get college credit for it. So there are certain internship forms that you need to fill out. So that's something that you might want to look at. We also host a computing day every semester. We couldn't do it this fall because of the pandemic and restrictions due to gatherings. But this is where we invite local employers, and they come and they form a panel And we have students that attend, ask questions. The employers talk about interviewing skills, potential positions that are open. Students get to have lunch with them and hand out resumes, networking. It's just a really great event. So we're hoping that we can resume this in the spring. On-campus employment opportunities, many of our students go on to work for ITS and their computer labs, support their help desk activities. Many of our students have worked at web services. So even if you can't get an internship or co-op outside of Brockport, you can still gain work experience and work on little projects that you can write on your resume, which is great. Employers always value things that you do outside of your regular courses, right? Because everyone takes courses, everyone gets A's, B's, and C's. What is it that you've done? So being part of clubs and maybe just even gaming together, or, you know, like Emma mentioned, they're doing a project with the Girl Scouts, doing little things like that, or building little websites or databases, fun little things outside of your formal courses. Anything you can do will boost your resume and will make you more competitive, right? So definitely be involved in some kind of club. We also offer what we call service learning, and this is offered in multiple courses in our program. We're very proud to offer this opportunity. This is where you get to work on real projects for real clients. It's not fictional, made-up projects. We've worked on projects for paychecks. We've worked on projects for local businesses, for nonprofits, and I can tell you a bit of detailed information about one of the courses I teach, which is CIS 487. It's an IT for development, that's the title, and it's open to CIS and CSC. You have to have junior status to join that class. And that's where we work with local micro businesses, your small mom and pop style stores around Brockport, around Rochester, and the students go in and they implement IT solutions, whether it's a little website or a database or provide some kind of training, but it's real clients, real projects, right? And you're accountable for the results that you obtain. So it's hands-on experience, and it gives you talking points at interviews. So employers really like these kinds of projects, and it sets you apart, makes you more interesting and more competitive. You can pursue independent studies. These are like research studies with faculty. All of our faculty are active in scholarship and research projects. So if you look at our website, you will find their research areas ranging from data mining to web development to mobile app development, networking, all across the board. So if you're interested in cybersecurity, we have a faculty member that does that. If you're interested in machine learning, we have someone that's working on that. All you have to do is just reach out. You know, you can send them an email, you can say you're interested in doing some research, what are their current ongoing projects, right? So reach out, we're all very friendly, and we love to work with students. We love to take students to conferences, we love to publish papers, create posters, and this is a great point to hand over to Mr. Rogers, who can talk a bit about programming competitions.
Okay, we normally would compete in 2 competitions a year, one in the fall and one in the spring. That's sort of up in the air right now because of the pandemic. However, I will mention that we have an alumnus who is very passionate about this and is willing to donate a rather large sum of money to try to build the programming contest team here. So in the future, if we work out the details for the money here, then there will probably be a course every year that just practicing getting the algorithms and practicing trying to get faster at doing this, and possibly going to more competitions and paid travel so that we don't have to pay out of our own pockets to do that. So we are looking at a much bigger participation here in programming contest in the future. And again, that's something that you can put on resumes and say that you competed, and it shows a real knowledge of algorithms and thinking on your feet. So it's a good thing to get into.
Definitely. Thank you, Dan. And so, whether you want to participate in programming competitions, stay tuned for information on that. I personally love working with students. I've taken multiple students to information systems conferences, published papers with them, and employers get really impressed because it's not always that undergraduate students get to attend professional conferences and publish papers. So any opportunity you can get to work with a faculty member over the summer or even during the academic year through independent studies, formal independent studies, or just informal, without actually getting credit, just getting the exposure, I think it's definitely a plus, something you can put on your resume. So please keep that on your radar. So I'm going to show you another little video about service learning projects. These pictures are from the course that I have taught over the last few years, and these are students that have worked with local mom and pop style businesses, nonprofits, and have carried out various types of IT interventions. So I offer this course every year, and this fall, typically in the fall, and this fall we weren't able to officially offer this course because of social distancing measures. However, we are still working with a couple of businesses as a part of directed studies with a few students, but I'm hoping to offer this course again next year. So if you're interested, please do join. It's a lot of fun. It gives you hands-on exposure, gives you exposure to real clients, how to talk to real clients, how to gather requirements, how to fulfill those requirements and meet their needs. So it's a lot of fun. Whether you're CIS or CSE, there are other courses as well that offer these sorts of activities. So please, please, please take advantage of all of that. A bit about our faculty. We have a great group of faculty. I might be biased, but in any case, I think we have a great group of faculty. We have 9 full-time faculty members. 8 out of our 9 have doctoral degrees, and 1 of them has a master's degree in computer science. We also have 6 part-time faculty members, and I'm happy to report that we have 2 brand new faculty that joined us this fall. Some of you may be taking classes with them. If not this semester, you will very soon. We have Dr. Adita Kulkarni. Her expertise is on deep learning and information-centric networks. She loves working with students, so please reach out to her if you'd like to work with her. And Dr. Eric Owusu, his expertise is in human-computer interface and mobile health and app developments and cybersecurity. So they're both, the expertise are in very hot trending areas. They're excited to be a part of our department, and they are very, very happy and eager to work with students. So please reach out to them, introduce yourselves, and try to get involved in their research projects. Dr. Eric Owusu is also the faculty advisor for the Computing Sciences Club. We have a new course in our curriculum, and our new course will be offered for the very first time this coming spring 2021. Many of you may be eligible to take this course. It's CIS CSC 446, Principles of Cloud Computing. And it's going to be an elective for both CIS as well as CSC majors. So regardless of what you're majoring in, you can take this class. And it's obviously a very hot trending topic. Many of you may have heard of this term, cloud computing. So it's going to talk about the concepts of the cloud, They'll talk about security issues, scheduling algorithms, various programming patterns and tools for cloud computing, big data processing, and some programming in this context. So something that's very, very trending, something that you should know about. And I believe it's going to be a very interesting course. Dr. Ning Yu is the instructor for this course in the spring. So please stay tuned for that. Okay. I believe registration starts next week, right, Dan? So for those of you that have the prereqs, CSC 205, 209, 419, think about taking this course.
Registration begins Monday for seniors, Delta, honors, and maybe some other people with special arrangements. But juniors begin on Thursday of next week, sophomores on Tuesday of the following week, and freshmen wait till Friday of the following week. But yes, it's coming up.
Coming up. So this is the perfect time to browse through our course catalog, look at the types of courses we have, and consider taking these courses to fulfill your elective requirements. We also have a new scholarship, and many of you might have seen my email that I had sent out a few weeks back. And this is the NSF STEM scholarship, and it's the Community in Mathematics, Computing Sciences, and Physics scholarship. So through this scholarship, we're going to be able to offer 24 $5,000 scholarships per year. And the goal is to help juniors, students that are juniors and seniors, to complete their degrees on time, right? So it will give you opportunities to receive mentorship, to work with faculty, to learn more about the STEM discipline, and open you up for opportunities to pursue internships and various other community activities. So to keep you engaged and to help you complete your degrees. Okay. I'm also happy to report that earlier this week, we were able to approve 8 computing sciences students to receive the scholarship in this first year. And we hope to add more to this number in the spring as more students become eligible. There are financial and academic requirements. You do have to maintain full-time status, which is at least 12 credits. And if you're eligible for Pell Grant or TRIO, then I believe you would meet the financial requirements as well. So I will send out more information at the beginning of the spring semester. And if you feel you're eligible, please apply, right? Because we have the funding for 5 years. And so you definitely want to take advantage of this new scholarship. Our department also gives out a number of awards. We give out a Computer Science Program Scholar and the CIS Program Scholar. These are given out to graduating seniors that are at the top of their class. They've excelled in the programs. And so the faculty meet and we look at GPA requirements. We look at other activities that they may have been involved with during their time with us. And then we select these scholars. It comes with a nice monetary award plus a really fancy plaque. So that's pretty cool, I think. We also give out Computing Sciences Departmental Award. That's the sophomore award. So for students at that level, those that have performed really well become eligible for that award. In addition to that, for students that carry out research and they actually publish either a poster or a paper at a venue outside of Brockport. So if you present at Scholars Day, we acknowledge that, but that's not really eligible for this award. This is only for students that publish at, say, NCUR or at other computer science or information systems, regional or national conferences. And this also comes with a nice certificate and a small monetary award. And then the other award we have is the Vishal Anand Memorial Scholarship. And that's a significant amount of money that goes towards your tuition. And Dan, I believe this is at the junior level, sophomore level?
It has to be someone who's we give it to somebody who's going to be here for the next year.
For the next
year.
So
it is a scholarship for tuition for a student who is going to be here, and also it's a student who has this very strict GPA guidelines, and it is students who are involved in some measure of research or planning to do some measure of research in the coming year.
Right. So it is a significant amount of money, but there are strict criteria. I would strongly urge all of you, especially those of you that are just starting the programs with us, visit this website link that you see on the slide here. If you go to our department website, and then you'll see a link to awards and scholarships, you will be able to look at all of the detailed criteria for these awards. So if you're planning to apply for these awards, start now. Right, so start getting involved, start doing stuff with faculty, and that'll make you eligible for these awards and make you more competitive. So we gave out a number of awards last year, and I have a little message from one of our award recipients. This is from Emma Duffy, who was our 2019-20 CIS award recipient. And so if you're really planning to apply for these awards, once again, try to be involved in clubs, try to be, get internships or do service learning sorts of activities to set yourself apart. Because it is an honor, it does come with a monetary award and a plaque. And once again, it's something nice that you could put on your resume. And then if you need even more inspiration, we have some wonderful profiles of our alumni on our website, all right? And so these alumni keep coming back. They're very engaged. They donate to us as well. And they would like to serve as role models for all of you current students. So read their stories, their personal stories, the types of projects that they've worked on, where they're working, how they got to where they are right now. And it's a combination of CIS alumni as well as double majors, students that have graduated from our AC track, and then also students that have graduated from our SD track as well. And so many of them are here locally. Some have moved out of town, but they're all very successful and they're all in touch with us. So we're very, very fortunate to have an active alumni community. So please navigate to our website. It has a whole lot of information that can be extremely, extremely helpful. And then a little bit about our faculty. Our faculty have received awards and acknowledgements as well. The college gives out yearly Presidential Teaching Excellence Award, and a number of our faculty have received these awards. So all of you are in good hands. Regardless of which program you're pursuing, you're going to be in very, very good hands. Paychex, one of our local employers, they are heavily tied to us, I would say, and we're very proud of that. Ever since the 1980s, right? Our very first placement was Mark Enders at 1988. He's a manager there right now, and since then we have a whole bunch of our graduates working for Paychex. They are a payroll processing company, but they heavily invest in technology and a lot of CS as well as IS-based jobs with them. And this is once again just a small listing of some of our alumni that are currently working there. Paychex also regularly participates in our Careers in Computing events. Unfortunately, as I mentioned, we couldn't have one this semester, but I'm looking to set one up, resume it again in the spring. So if you love software development, programming, Paychex might be on your radar to apply for an internship or even a full-time position there. And that brings me to the very end, and just a few points. In summary, we are a very small department, but I believe we are quite friendly. Faculty are approachable. We value undergraduate education. We're fully committed to that. We're also an accredited program. We have 2 programs that are accredited by ABET. We also go through program improvement. We're constantly getting feedback from students and alumni, external board members. We love to work with students during the summer and also during the academic year. And then we also offer opportunities for internships and on-campus employment. And we have very, very strong ties with the local tech industry. So the more integrated and tied you are to the department, to the faculty, you interact with us, network with us, the greater likelihood of you being successful after graduation, right? So always try to do things outside of your courses. Do well in your classes, but also try to be involved in various other activities that may be going on around in the department. So that was all that I had to present. Any questions, thoughts, or any discussions can be on anything that we can, both Mr. Rogers and I are here. Our BWIT ladies are here as well. If you'd like to share, if you hear their experiences of classes, anything. So I'm going to open it up for discussion. Any thoughts, questions? If not, that's okay too. Dan, was there anything else that we needed to convey?
I don't think so. I just want to reiterate that we have a very strong connection with our alums, and remarkably so, I think. And that is good for purposes of money, because they came up with a travel fund on their own. They came up with the scholarship for Michelle Anad on their own, and they're very active, and they can help as far as placing you in jobs when it's time to get one. So I think that's a real strength of this department, is the way the alums are behaving.
Yes, and we would expect the same from all of you. Once you graduate, you stay in touch with us and provide opportunities for current students, right? So that's how things proceed. So, all right. So if we don't have any other questions, I am going to stop the recording of the session right now.